Hello there and welcome. So, this week we're going to talk about the elephant in the room, which is real estate change, right? Real estate. What is constant in real estate you can count on, regardless of what is going on in the world. And what a better time to talk about this in this time. So, why is the elephant in the room? Well, we're all kind of anxious, let's face it, about what is going on here with the economy, what's going on here with the elections and everything else. So, with that said, I want to first of all reassure you that real estate is here to stay. There are a lot of other things, including Amazon, right? Amazon, yeah, it seems great right now, but I'm sure it will evolve 50, 100 years from now. It might be a total different story, or Animal and Airbnbs and all these other things that seem amazing right now, but we don't know what's going to happen in the future. Even Airbnb, a lot of the different cities, municipalities are cutting down on Airbnbs, right? But real estate is here to stay because it's part of the first basic need, right? There is a basic need of humanity to have shelter. And let's face it, even if you had to move under a bridge is real estate, right? So the thing is, real estate is here to stay. And so that's the number one. While I feel that real estate is always going to be a safe investment. As a real estate investor, also, you're more stable than being a real estate agent because real estate agents are tied to different type of regulations, to supply and demand, to different things. Where an investor, you're really looking for opportunities. And when do opportunities come around? When there are wrinkles in the market, when there are changes in the systems, the economy, when there is a shift from supply and demand, right? Sometimes it's a seller's market, sometimes it's a buyer's market, but it doesn't mean the real estate is not going to fulfill one of these needs. Okay. The other thing is that real estate is tangible. It's not a pipe dream. It's not something there that maybe a lot of time, even money nowadays, right? There are numbers on the screen. How many have paper money? How many, do you have any cash in your wallet? Most of the time I don't. I just use a card, even if for a $2 soda, right? But with real estate, it's tangible, it's there, it's not going anywhere, it's attached to land, right? The third thing is adaptability. Um, as things change, real estate can adapt. So let's think about COVID, right? So a lot of these people start working from home, and a lot of these office buildings moved into being more apartments or work and living communities, right? There is a lot of talk now because of the real estate prices. A lot of the younger people cannot afford to get a place on their own. That's okay. They're going more in what is popular in North Europe, which is more of a communal type of, where people have rooms, but they share the kitchens. And so it's more like a hotel type environment, but it's still real estate. So as an investor, you have to adapt to what is going on out there, right? So think about it. People are not necessarily buying castles anymore, right? But they're buying larger homes, they're doing other things. So the adaptability of real estate is apparently to what the market is doing. So also real estate, is hedged for inflation. So if I used to have a really cool chart that showed, if you bought a house in 1920, what they would have been worth in 2020, 100 years. And what you see in this chart is the ups and downs of the curve, right? So you bought a house for $2,500 in 1920. Right now, this house will be worth 600,000. Say the $2,500 right now would be 600,000. Plus it gave you shelter for 100 years. So the thing is, with real estate is cyclical, it goes up and down, but at the end of the day, it's always going to be worth more than what it was here, which is not true for a lot of the other things when we take in consideration inflation, right? And then that's what, if you think about it, also income, passive income, leaving a legacy, leaving money for the future generations, right? If you go back and think about medieval feudal system, or you go back and think about, the times in the Renaissance or anything else, is real estate, land is what made families wealthy. Family now, generational, live well because of investments that were done by past generations in land, in investments, in real estate. So that's the thing. It is something definitely that can go forward in generational wealth. So if you want to leave something for posterity, if you want to leave something so your family will remember you, that's what this real estate is, and land. And it create income while you live as well. So, first of all, so let's talk about why is real estate enduring? Why is real estate going through things? And by the way, we share a PDF with you at the beginning of the week. So a lot of this kind of the headlines of what I'm talking about is in the PDF. So I encourage you to download that PDF. And I'm just elaborating some of the key points, right? So first of all, there is only limited supply of real estate. Yes, there is still a lot of land on the world, but not all land is developed. Not all the land can be developed. So there is a limited supply and demand, okay? And the population is growing. The population is growing, and so there is also a constant demand. There is also, if we're going into the business side of things, there is tax benefits, there is leverage, there is control. It's all things that real estate can definitely do. Like even for, right now, if you don't do any type of investments, right? But you do real estate, even if you buy one or two properties a year as rental income or whatever, you get huge tax benefits because of the property. I know myself, even if I don't actively buy rentals, because I bought rentals long time ago and they're paid off, but I still buy properties every year because all the time I buy property, the deductions, the depreciations, the cost of buying the property, the maintenance, all these things that are built into it gives me huge tax breaks that offset some of my over gains. So as an investor, you really need to think about that too. How do you position yourself so you offset some of the over gains that you do from other investments, like wholesaling, for example, right? So real estate gives you definitely an edge against inflation. So now one of the things I want to talk about is, like I said, what is going on right now in the world that says that real estate makes sense, okay? You say, okay, well, the interest rates are high right now. There's uncertainty in the market, and this and that. First of all, what really, yeah, the interest rate is high. But if you're buying rental properties, right, you're calculating for cash flow. You're calculating for what you're going to make today. So at the end of the day, if you pay more for the use of funds, but it's creating cash flow that you wouldn't have otherwise, it doesn't matter. If you're going to fix and flip it, you have to borrow money, but you're not going to see those profits if you didn't borrow the money. That's cost of the doing business. So really the interest rate that's high right now doesn't matter at the end of the day if you're making money on something you would never make it anyway because you don't tap into it. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, it's the cost of doing business. It's not money out of your pocket per se today. It's money you will not see. And when the interests are going to go down, which they will go down, you can refinance. And guess what? You have built-in increased cash flow and equity overnight. Okay, so that's one of the things you have to think about. And the other thing is you can never go wrong with real estate. Even when we had a housing crisis in 2007, and seemed like real estate all of a sudden was a bad word because the financial market, the secondary market made such a mess out of things, is that real estate still made sense because then you went into prevention mode. You went into pre-foreclosures as an investor, getting into pre-foreclosure, short sales, loan modifications, and so forth. And if you position yourself and really helping people in a difficult situation, you would have made a ton of money as an investor. And that's what I did. When I recognized that things were shifting into pre-foreclosure prevention and short sales, that's the fields that I went in for a while until things got back into more quote unquote normal level. So you can see why real estate always makes sense. It doesn't matter what's going on out there in the world. It doesn't matter the economy. It doesn't matter who is going to be president. And with that said, we are going to actually have a mindset call session on election day. Yes, November 5th on election day. Why? Because we feel like people need to hear different things of what's going on. People need to be reassured that no matter who the president is going to be, guys, real estate is going to be here. Yeah, there might be different things you do within the real estate. There must be different things you're going to tackle. You might do certain things on the others, but that's it, the adaptability. That's where you're going to change how you move it. You can't control the wind, but you can control the sails, right? I have a placement I use every morning when I have my breakfast. It says, I cannot control the wind, but I can control the sails. And there is a picture of a sailboat. But that's the thing, right? You can control things. You control the controllable. You can't control what the rest of the world is doing, but control the controllable. And if I have to be in an investment that to me, I feel like I control, it is the safest, that is real estate. Okay. So that's why I believe in real estate. I've been doing this for 4 decades. I, built my life, with real estate. And to me, real estate is the tool to live the life of you want. How many of you live to work? Let's face it. You punch in the clock, you go in at 8 a.m., you get off at 5, you go home, you make dinner, you put the kids to bed. You're too tired to do anything else, right? Because of your job. You might have to work weekends. You might have to travel because of work. You live your life to work. Nobody wants to do that, right? I mean, if you enjoy it, great. But a lot of us say, I just live because I like the money, I like the income, I like the potential of my business or my job. But really it doesn't give you fulfillment in the life that you want. I would like to travel more. I would like to spend time with my kids. I would like to be able to not have debts, their financial freedom. I like to buy a bigger house. I like to have a better car. I would like, right? But you don't. And you are into this rat race of doing things the same way over and over again. Real estate is the key to financial freedom. When I decided to make the transition from corporate to real estate back in 95, is because I recognized what real estate was doing for a lot of people. It builds generational wealth. It gives you the income that you need. It hedges against inflation. It helps you against your taxes, income from other investments, right? And it's here to stay. And that's the thing that I want to share with you. It's here to stay. So with that said, we have a call coming up on November 5th on election day. Please, it's a mindset call. And we're going to talk about opportunities. Okay. One of the things I say to the students is going real estate, looking for opportunities. Don't look at the deals. Where can I create opportunities? Where there is the need that I can do something about this? Where can I create a win-win situation? Where can I help? Right? I was talking this morning during the master class, and some of you, I'm sure, were in the master class about the fear of success. And the fear of success is basically the fear of saying, okay, I'm making money, I'm being successful. Oh my gosh, things are spiraling. And believe it or not, people, there is a fear to that. I had a fear when I started getting really into doing big things and big numbers in real estate. I started pulling back because you have the fear that you have no control and things are spiraling. So how do you overcome that fear? It's by looking on the outside. It's by looking at what difference are you making in other people's life, including your own family. Because you are bringing in more money, your family might be relaxed about money. You might not have the fights that you usually have. Your kids can go to school without worrying about student loans, right? The difference you make in other people in saving their home from foreclosures, in allowing them to have a nice place to rent, a cleaner place to rent, allowing other people to move into a nice home if you do flips. So the things you make on the difference on the outside, that's what helped me to get over the fear of success, to get over the fear of not being in control of things. Okay. So I just want to tell you that I want to share with you that real estate is being such a big change in my life. I have done 4 decades of this. Actually, I just wrote a book. You probably see it in the back, and I'm going to share it here. That is about women that have inspired me in real estate. And this is a book. You can find it on Amazon. You can look under my name. It's brand new publishing, so you might not even see any reviews. We just launched it. And so it just out fresh the press. I just got the first box from the editor. And it's about interviews of women that inspire me to really go out there and make a difference. From the first woman that I joined back in 87, that she was, beyond her years and wisdom and a force of nature, like her daughter calls her. And she would inspire a lot of women to change their life for real estate. So some great knowledge here and a lot of takeaways that you can apply to make a difference in your life and your business. But I want to invite you to the call. And right now, I believe I have a raffle to share with you. So bear with me until I find out here. So let's see. Does anybody here, can somebody share with me from the team who is the winner of the raffle for this week? So while we do that, I'm going to share the raffle. So bear with me here. Let's see. I'm trying. I'm not really tech savvy here, very. Okay. So the raffle this week is super cool, by the way. And hope you can see it here. Is a desk calendar. And there is a desk calendar, mindset pens. Then there is a pink elephant crystal. Oh, that's super cute. Which, by the way, I have a quartz, pink quartz on my desk, and the pink quartz is really about love. It's really about gratitude, paying it forward. Okay. So I keep this on my desk because it really reminds me. And I believe that I have all kinds of crystals on my desk, by the way. But this one here is something good. So you're going to get the pink elephant crystal, which is going to be really cool. And I would suggest you keep it on your desk. On top of that, you get the planner, you get those succulents that are pink too. So this is super cute, guys. So are you ready to see who is the winner this week? Okay, it's going to be Erica Talbert. So Erica Talbert is the winner this week. So congratulations. And team, what does Erica need to do to claim the prize? Okay, so within a week, you have to email in to claim your prize. So Erica, you have to email in to claim your prize. And the email is questions@realestateinvestingwomen.com. So question@realestateinvestingwomen.com to claim your prize. And so that's super cute. And I need to ask my team where they got the pink elephant because that is so great. So yeah, so just wanted to share with you. And team, do we have any questions or any comments that is coming in? I don't see the chat channels per se. I see some of it, but yeah, right, Gina, need the elephant. Let me share a story with you, Gina. That's a really cool. So I was doing an exercise a long time ago. When I started getting into mindset about 15 years ago, more than that, about 2008, 2009. And I was doing these exercises. There is a really cool book that's called E equal MC squared. It's by Pam Grout. It talks about there are 9 exercises in the book and to basically prove to yourself how law of attraction works. And there was one exercise I remember. They said, expect to see something that is not probably probable where you are, but in the next 72 hours, you're going to encounter it. And so I said to myself, okay, I'm going to expect to see a pink elephant. Now, think about it. I'm in the middle of the winter in St. Louis, Missouri. Now, the elephant doesn't have to be a real animal. It could be that you see a print. It could be that you see, something that has a pink elephant with it. So, the first 48 hours, I was thinking about it. And then I started saying, you know what? this is ridiculous. I'm not going to see a pink elephant. This is impossible. So I kind of gave up on it almost, but I still expected it. I still had it. I'm going to see it because I know the stuff works. So me and Liz were driving down a country road that was down in Illinois, and I took a wrong turn. And when I took the wrong turn, I went down the Silver Road, and there was an antique store, and sure enough, there was a 10-foot pink elephant in front of the store, one of those big statue things, and it was big. So, the universe has a sense of humor. Law of attraction works in mysterious ways, but it gave me like goosebumps. And anybody of you here that know Illinois, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This is an antique store that is off of, I think, Highway 55. They have a pink elephant, and they also have a spaceship. It's one of those prefab houses that were popular back in the 60s. It looks like a spaceship in front of the store. So you never know, right? So they never know. Great. Anyone else that wants to, yeah, right. Kind of cool story. I love to share that. So that's the story of my pink elephant. So yes, expect it and it will happen. Great. Well, thanks everybody for being here. If I don't see any comments or questions, I hope to see you on the 5th of November. We're going to have a great mindset call. It's going to be quiet and noise and how to stay grounded in gratitude during unpredictable moments. And we want to do it on election day because I know a lot of you are going to be scrambling, not knowing what to do. I personally going to get a bucket of popcorn and watch it because it's going to be a great show. But regardless of who is going to be president, don't worry. You can make, what is they all saying? If life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Well, whatever happens, whoever is going to dish me the lemons, I'm going to make lemonade regardless. So great. Talk to you then, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.